Morning traders. It's May 16th, day 41 of the 100x challenge. Two accounts, 10 grand each between Tesla and Strategy, where the first two $1 million wins. I am filming twice a week, which is actually going to go down to once a week. I'll talk about that to document every trade. No advice, just a journey. So follow along, tap subscribe, and let's get going. Huge switch this week. So first off, it's the very end of the trading day here on Friday, about 12 p.m. Pacific. So we have actually only about 40 minutes left to make these final decisions and trades. But if you look at Tesla's side here, it is now higher in actual profit compared to Master or to Strategy here. Can't believe that, because just 2 weeks ago on the 6th, we were just so far ahead on the Strategy side. And Tesla was barely breaking even. So that's how fast things can change. But this is also why I like to have two different companies under two different industries. And as an investor, you don't want to be 100% invested into one industry. Looking at the balances here, pretty interesting, but both accounts are crushing it. 52% gain from the start, and each about 50% here, both outperforming their underlying stock, both outperforming BTC and SPY by a large margin. Okay, let's first start at the charts here. We're seeing this sideways trend for now a couple of weeks, and it could last a little longer, but I do think that we're gearing up for a move higher. This is showing so much strength in the market for us to continue to go sideways instead of drop below. We could retest one more time below this blue box, and then I believe that we are going to continue higher to this blue box up above. So I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin and Strategy going into next week. And we'll talk about how I'm going to play that. If we look real quick over at Tesla, this is just unbelievable. I drew this box a few weeks ago, and I said that if we get here, we're probably going to stop here for a little bit. And so I do believe that that's what's going to happen because of some price action here before, right around this area. I had mentioned that if we do break this 300, we're probably going straight to this blue box. And so it's pretty crazy that it played out exactly the same. But yeah, I'm very bullish. And there's a reason why that Tesla has gone up so high so fast. Morgan Stanley just came out this week and said that they believe Tesla, solar, and megapacks will be essential as compute data grows. It's super important as a Tesla investor that you follow everything Tesla's always doing. And if so, you're just super excited about how much they are actually solving, not only with AI and automated vehicles, but with energy, with robotics, and much more than that as well. So, another article here is saying that Stanley just dropped a bombshell. Tesla is back at their top pick with a jaw-dropping price target of 430. We're at about 348 right now, so that's another 80 points higher. It gets crazier. Their bull case is a mind-blowing $800 for the stock, and I believe that's next year. So yeah, we're looking at Morgan Stanley giving insanely high price targets for Tesla, and great. I agree. Couldn't agree more. Super excited about the stock. And as for Strategy, there is some FUD going around because of this person named Jim Chanos. I don't know his name. I don't know how to say that name properly. But the guy here on the screen that's getting interviewed, he's been longing Bitcoin and shorting Strategy now for 2 years, apparently. I don't think this is working for him. But another note here is saying that the same person, has been shorting Tesla since 2013. And he's lost nearly $500 million on Tesla. I don't understand people like this. I don't understand people shorting, especially technology stocks, especially because we just don't know what Strategy is yet. We don't know what it can be. If you're only basing Strategy on the premium to NAV, on the Bitcoin that it holds, then I really think that you're losing focus as to what Strategy could be in the future. And as soon as Strategy figures that out, and obviously it's continued to innovate. I'm somebody who believes in Sailor. I'm somebody who believes in how much power that much Bitcoin could potentially give a single company. So I'm here. This premium to NAV is no big deal. It's really not that high in my opinion. Good luck, Mr. Jim Chanos. I think that you are going to regret making this play. But yeah, that is some of the FUD going around. I think it is affecting the price slightly. But when it comes to strategy, we're just pretty much breathing here. We're just taking a breath, taking it easy after such a large pump. So none of this really surprises me. Here's the small correction that we've had. It's very small. I have this blue box just in case it goes lower. It could absolutely come all the way down here. I don't think it will. In fact, I think that the correction is probably through, if not almost completed. So that's kind of how I feel. We'll see what happens. Anything could absolutely happen. All right, let's go to Tasty Trade account because I love how this turned out. So if you're here on Tuesday, you remember that I closed a $300 trade in profit on this weekly income. So I did a very similar covered call, just like this one, and it was up 300. So I went ahead and closed it. And I said, I think that we can double dip here, open the same trade or a very similar trade with just different strike prices. And that's exactly what we did. And we're clearing another $230 today. So that was 3 days ago. These calls are so good, especially when the market is the way it is. So we're going to close this, and then we're just going to go ahead. Actually, you know what? Instead of closing this, I think we're just going to go ahead and roll it over. We don't really need to change this 270. I have this open from option strat, and this is pretty much what I want to do for this week, which is just change 220 to 330 and then place that for next week. So if this price stays the same, we're good. We're going to clear $300 next Friday. And if the price goes down, we're going to clear even more. We just don't want the price to go below 325. To go below 325 from here would be very difficult, in my opinion. There's just too much bullish sentiment right now for Tesla. So I like this trade. We're not going completely at the money. We're going below the money to give us all this room to come down if needed. If the price goes higher, that's okay. We still will profit a little bit in addition to the account going higher as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're simply going to roll. And to roll on Tasty Trade, you're just going to go ahead and right click. You're going to go expiration. We're going to roll it out to the 23rd. And then I'm also going to change the strike price from 320 to 330. Yeah, actually, I'm not going to roll it. The reason why I'm not going to roll is because we're not going to be able to track properly the profit and loss next week. That's why I kind of like starting over every single week. So what I'll do is on this 270, I'll bring it up to 275. That way we can track this the right way. Yeah, I think that's just fine. Just 275, 330. So let's close these first. All right, that's closed. And so reopening 275, 330, 620 on the date. 275. And then next week, we're going to sell May 23rd. 330. All right, let's look at the strategy account. Been going back and forth on what I want to do with this position here. So we're now negative 151 on this position. I still like probably keeping it as is. I thought about maybe doing a covered call. The price is 400 for strategy. You know, I think normally I would probably take. Okay, that was filled from Tesla. I think normally I'm okay doing a covered call here and trying to make a little bit of money, especially when the price is correcting a little bit. But I don't want to risk the price going down to 350 and then getting in a really weird position. So I still like this position. I do believe we're going to get there. I just don't know if timing is going to be exactly right. We only spent $500 on this position. So I'm going to let it play out one more week and let's see what happens. If by next week we're still far away from the low end of this leg, then I'll definitely do something. But for now, I think let's just wait. I'm very bullish. Okay. So yeah, I think we're done for today. We got the Tesla trade through. And these positions all look perfect. So 330, May 23rd, hopefully we can make another $300 from that. I would say the income is going great on this account. And hopefully we can do the same on the strategy side. Okay, now I mentioned in the beginning that I need to be pulling back to once a week. So unfortunately, business comes first, and we have a lot going on the business side, and I need to focus on that. So what I plan on doing is going down to once a week on Fridays. So I may still trade once in a while on Tuesdays. And if I do make a trade, I'll go ahead and record that, but I won't release it until Friday. So yeah, you'll get weekly videos, and we're going to continue this journey no matter what. The amount of views are showing that you guys are super interested. So yeah, please comment if you are enjoying these. If there's something specific you want to see that I'm not covering, please let me know as well. But for now, that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Check out mobipie.com for all my socials. And that's it. See you next Friday.